Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving make magic in Brooklyn. While traditionalists may take offense, today's NBA is built on the strength of its players and the success of its super teams. The current Brooklyn Nets are a good case in point. James Harden may now be playing in Philadelphia, but the team still features Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Nothing's impossible when those two are on the same team. How did they come to be partners, and where are they going? Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving made history by becoming the first teammates in the history of the NBA to each score 50 points or more in back-to-back games. Durant led his team to a victory over the New York Knicks with a game-high 53 points. Kyrie also had a huge game, dropping 60 points against the Magic. For the record, no other duo in NBA history has ever accomplished this. Let's take a peek at this powerful duo and their amazing experiences in Brooklyn. You might picture a private plane or the rear of a fancy club when you hear the group of players is discussing a former partnership, yet Durant and Irving took a slightly different approach. While their discussion began on a luxury liner, the meeting took place in considerably more humble surroundings. During the offseason, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant created a strategy to join forces in the early stages of 2019. Both Irving and Durant have emerged as major contributors to the Brooklyn Nets this season. However, during the summer of 2019, they were merely friends with a goal. On the Team USA yacht, Irving toasted KD and DeAndre Jordan and gave out a crazy idea of forming a team. After that, the stars went in different directions. Kyrie was made miserable in Boston, while Durant left the Warriors for better opportunities despite winning titles with them. In the end, though, they both willingly joined up with the Brooklyn Nets. How did the duo perform? Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have helped the Brooklyn Nets to a 2-0 start in their first games together with dominant wins over the Golden State Warriors and Boston Celtics. In a rematch of their opening night rout of the Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn defeated their Atlantic Division rivals, the Boston Celtics, 123-95 on Christmas Day. Both Durant and Irving took turns controlling the game with their polished and extensive offensive styles, showing no signs of wear after their long breaks. What makes this partnership different? The dynamic between Durant and Irving is distinct from previous pairings with Russell Westbrook and Stephen Curry. Though the early results have been devastating, Irving is a natural fit in Nash's fast-paced and player-friendly attack because he shoots the ball better than Westbrook and creates shots more aggressively off the dribble than Curry. Early in his career, Durant's Oklahoma City Thunder frequently resorted to ineffective my turn, your turn offense, in contrast to his championship-winning Warriors teams, who pounded opponents with a methodical attack that depended on ball movement and outside shooting. In contrast, Brooklyn relies on a fast and free style of play that allows stars like Durant and Irving to freely attack and flow and punish their opponents in half-court settings. Even the Celtics had trouble stopping them when they were both in their game. Boston has one of the league's best collections of perimeter defenders, but they couldn't find a way to stop Durant's versatility and Irving's speed. After just 2 games, Brooklyn's studs appear to be the East's most dangerous combo since LeBron James and Kyrie Irving teamed up for the Cleveland Cavaliers from 2014 to 2017. Durant exploded for 29 points on 9 of 16 shooting against the Celtics in the third quarter, putting the game out of reach with a sequence of jumpers, a slashing layup, and a pull-up three-pointer before setting up DeAndre Jordan for a dunk. At this point in the season, Durant resembled the unstoppable player he'd been on the verge of becoming in the 2019 playoffs before tearing his Achilles tendon. Boston's Jason Tatum scored 20 points, but he was no match for Durant in their matchup. Moreover, Irving had the most points, 37, and assists, 8 of any player. Brooklyn had a lot of players who could shoot and had a lot of space, so it was hard for Boston to stop Irving from getting open looks from midcourt. Given how much they rely on Durant and Irving, the Nets will seem weak if either player goes through a dry spell from the field. Both can draw double teams and locate the open man, and their ability to create layups and open threes in transition are useful for keeping secondary scoring options active. What's next for Brooklyn? Some unanswered questions remain about how the Nets will come together as a unit. As Durant demonstrates his durability and Irving develops into a more reliable defensive piece, key players around them, particularly LeVert and Dinwiddie, must accept and thrive in their reduced responsibilities. The Nets' defense has been good in their first 2 games, but they haven't been completely disciplined. Defensive rebounding will be important for the team to play at the speed they want. Everything in Brooklyn right now seems upbeat. When Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving departed the floor for garbage time, they were greeted by a flurry of high fives from the Nets fans, and the team has generally looked and acted less like a remade squad looking for its footing than a legitimate title contender. But things didn't go as planned for Brooklyn, as many controversies followed the Nets, including the Irving COVID controversy and Durant's asking for a trade. Will Durant and Irving remain a team? It does not appear that Durant or Irving will be leaving anytime soon. Kyrie Irving has a player option for the 2022-23 season, while Kevin Durant just signed an extension. A single winning season is all it takes to alter the course of events. The Brooklyn Nets have announced that despite the offseason's trade rumors involving Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they will be sticking with their current roster for the 22-23 NBA season. Perhaps most significantly, neither Durant nor Kyrie is available for a trade at this time. This is what the Nets have been hoping for since the beginning of the summer's trade talks. From a basketball perspective, the Nets are in a fairly good spot. Despite a difficult offseason, Brooklyn has a lot to look forward to this year. The Nets have quietly gone about their free agency business, while Durant and Kyrie Irving have gotten all the attention. They brought in TJ Warren and traded for Royce O'Neal from the Jazz, in addition to re-signing Patty Mills and Nick Claxton. What's the result? Since Durant and Irving decided to join the Nets in Brooklyn, they now have what is probably their best team. How good are the Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? The Nets might make a big leap forward in performance next year. They can only get to the playoffs with Durant and Irving, but the front office has put together a strong supporting cast. However, Irving's availability has been even lower than Durant's, with the former starting only 83 games over the past 2 years. Injuries in 2020, 21, and a lack of vaccination for COVID-19 kept him out of the majority of the next season. Not so long ago, it appeared that he had also played his final game with the Nets. Durant has averaged 28.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.1 assists in 90 games with the Nets, shooting 52.5% from the field and 40.9% from deep. It's 4 years until Durant's deal expires. As Kyrie Irving went through his struggles with the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant was there for him the whole time. KD could have called out Kyrie for stirring up trouble, but he chose not to. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski says that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving's connection to Brooklyn is expected to last now that Irving's elected to exercise his $36.5 million player option for next season. LeBron James has called Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, quote, two of the greatest skilled players of all time in the NBA. Both of those dudes are in a small but elite group of players who have 50, 40, 90 shooting splits while averaging over 25 points per game. In case you were wondering, 50, 40, 90 refers to a field goal percentage of 50%, a three-point percentage of 40%, and a free throw percentage of 90%. Bottom line, it seems like we will be able to see more of this dynamic duo, and we hope we'll have some good games ahead. The best thing is that this will seem genuine, given that the two players are close friends off the court and enjoy working together. This ends the video for today. What are your thoughts on this pair? Share it with us, like and subscribe to the channel to see more NBA videos. See you next time.